Michael, what was it, do you think, about the first half that was just so off for the team?
We just didn't come in ready to play. We took our opponent lightly, but at the end of the day, these are NBA players, and they're really, really good players. And if you do that, what happened in the first half will happen every time.
What was it like for you just being out there with Jonte tonight and also seeing him battle Nicola?
Yeah, no, I was really, really proud of Jonte. Not only just happy for him being out there, but also, you know, the way he played. I should have told the coaches beforehand. They said it was on me that he hit all those threes because they didn't know he could shoot as well as he can. But Jonte's always been like an on-par shooter with me, to be honest. When we shoot in the gym, just me and him, you know, he's shooting just as good as me. So he can shoot 40% in his league. I think 40% plus in his league as a big man. So I was happy for him, the way he battled Nicola, some of those possessions. It's some of the best I've seen someone battle Nicola. And then, you know, Nicola still ends the game with 35, 17, and 12. So it just shows how special Nicola is. But as far as Jonte goes, he was balling. And it really was a cool moment for us to be out there together.
When you sort of reflect on your path to the NBA and now kind of coming full circle to be able to play again with your brother, just how emotional does that make you, or are you kind of past that point of your career?
Yeah, we got that moment in Memphis when he played in Memphis at one point, but he's dealt with a little trouble staying healthy since, but it's no surprise to me that he's out there. Jonte was he was one of the best players I ever played with growing up, and you know, he classed up to play with me in college. We didn't get to play together, but he made the game so easy for me since we started playing together at 4th or 5th grade. So I've been telling, our GM and them how good Jonte was. He played with us summer league. That's when I first was telling him about Jonte. But I think he was still struggling with some stuff. But now he's a really good player, really good passer, can shoot, can play defense. He's one of those guys that makes the game easy for other players. So it definitely is an emotional moment every time you get to play on the same NBA court as your brother. Just considering, there's 430 players in this league, and your brother's one of those players, and then I got another brother, Javon, coming up. So our dad did a good job with us.
You two being the closest, though, age-wise, what was it like for you two coming up in terms of, were you always fighting with each other? Were you always getting along, going at each other? What was the dynamic?
Nah, growing up, me and Jonte were best friends. Best friends. My mom, she brainwashed us into that. We were all homeschooled, and she would always just tell us, it's your best friend. It's your best friend. So me and Jonte did everything together. We were always what in height, because I was kind of a late bloomer, but I was older, and he kind of sprouted up quick. He got a beard before me and everything, so everyone always thought he was the older brother. So growing up, we always played on the same AAU teams. We would do our subjects in school, being homeschooled, then go outside and play one-on-one, play pig, whatever it is. And then we always played together. And then he classed up with me to play in college at Mizzou, and that's when I first got hurt. And he really got to shine. And he could have went into the draft after that freshman year when I went down, and he really shined. But he decided to come back to Mizzou and play that second year, thinking he could be probably lottery, honestly. And that's when he tore his ACL. So I always knew this was it's not a surprise for me to see him out there, but I'm very, very happy for him.
You guys have both been through injuries that have threatened your careers. Is there any part of you that thinks things might have been different if you didn't have the other to lean on in those tough times?
I think in terms of just straight up love for the game, I think he's kind of looked up to me in that regard. When he kind of went through his stuff, he kind of was he was down, and he was I think wondering if he should give up the game. But I think he saw me battle through my stuff, and I was always in his ear like, Jonte, my stuff was pretty serious. You can get through this. You just got to take care of your body. You got to do this. You got to do that. He would ask me, how I would recover, and I would give him tips and things like that. So in the medical world we live in today, and the ACL is not career threatening. So it was. He has so many other hobbies. He's good at a lot of things. So I think that was a thing he was battling with. But he's always loved the game, and I'm happy he made it back to the NBA. And you don't wish injuries on anybody, but Pirtle going down over there. I think Boucher just got injured. So he has a good opportunity in front of him. Got to take advantage of it.
You guys go down 22. You've been in that situation before. Just What kind of things are being said in the huddles just to make sure you guys stick with it?
Yeah, I mean, at halftime, we kind of knew, we got to come out here and play serious. These dudes are serious, but we also knew they had a lot of young guys on the floor, and if we played how we can play, we knew they would let us back in the game. So we just had to come out aggressive, really be the enforcers, play fast. Then, Jamal had that spurt where he just took over. I told him after the game, like, I haven't seen anyone who could flip a switch like Jamal sometimes, when he gets in that mode. So, he did that, and then Joker started hitting shots, and it was just a good team comeback. Pope didn't hit a shot all game, and then he hit that big three. So, total team effort.
Mike, Jonte just said that you beat him the majority of times if you guys were playing like one-on-one, but he thought you might have let him win a couple times. Did you ever let him win, this kid's?
Honestly, no. As competitive as we are, nah. I never let him. I never try to let him win. Big brothers always have that like power over their little brother. You can't give that up.
How cool was it to exchange jerseys after the game?
Yeah, this is actually my second Jonte Porter jersey. He gave me one when he was playing in Memphis, so he had a short spurt there. Wasn't really in the rotation much. I think we blew them out that game. He got to come in at the end, but to actually be on the court and play significant minutes with him and be on the court when he's hitting big-time threes to keep his team, change the momentum and things like that, that was cool. Because, like, part of me genuinely wanted him to, like, make every shot, you know what I mean? And then part of me wanted, obviously, him to miss. So it was a weird kind of feeling, for sure.
Michael, to the total team effort comment, like, it was apparent in the playoffs how connected and, like, just how perfect all the pieces of your starting five fit. Does it feel like maybe even you guys are more understanding of like that pass that Jamal had you in the corner of the piece? It just kind of feels like you all kind of know where the other person is going to be at all times.
Yeah, man, our starting five is special because I think in the NBA now, like, I don't think it's all about talent, which team is more talented that you put on the floor. I think it's honestly how the pieces fit as well. And, Calvin Booth and, Tim Conley, when he was here, they did a great job putting pieces together that fit. Bringing Aaron Gordon in, like, you couldn't find a better partner for Nicola. I think Jamal and Nicola over the years have just gotten better and better chemistry-wise. And then, I came in later and tried to, mold my game to play with those guys because I've never played the way that I'm, learning to play with these guys. So everyone is sacrificed in some way. And then you bring in Pope, one of the best defenders in the league, who's a knockdown shooter. It's just, we love playing with each other.
Why do you think Nicola and Aaron are so perfect for each other?
I just think the way Nicola passes, to have a lob threat that is athletic enough to dunk everything, but strong enough to also dunk like on people when they rotate over to Joker. I think that's just amazing to have him in the dunker. But then also Aaron's a very good playmaker and passer too. So when you got me and him in transition, he's looking to find me threes and things like that. So he's not just like a player out of the dunker. He can bring the ball up, initiate the offense, find players. So he's an amazing player. He was a number one option over in Orlando. So, he's sacrificing a lot to be on this team as well.
Cool. Thank you, Mark.
Thank you, Mike. Appreciate it.
Thanks, everybody.